In this lesson, we'll be looking at circle graphs and bar graphs, okay? So there are two types of data, numerical data and categorical data. Just as a review here, numerical data is expresses information that's quantifiable in the form of numbers. Categorical data is a type of data used to group information with similar characteristics. So like in categorical categories, qualitative data, we would say. So just to review, because we did this a little bit in the last unit, sort by putting the letters in the table. So weights of wrestlers at a summer camp, that is numerical. Talking about weights, that's in numbers. But colors, that's categorical, right? For B, colors, those are categories. Green, blue, red. Sales, that's numbers, right? We're going to look at that numbers, and I'll let you do the rest on there. And then remember, we have univariate data and bivariate data. Univariate's one variable, bivariate's two variables. So with circle graphs, because this whole lesson's about circle graphs and bar graphs. Circle graphs are good for categorical univariate data. They're usually good at illustrating the percentage breakdown of items and visually representing them in comparison. So usually 9 times out of 10, circle graphs display in percentages. So here it says 80 seniors, and that's going to be important as we do some of these problems. 80 students, 80 seniors voted on which of the school colors they wanted their class shirts to be. The percentages for those votes are in the circle graph. Answer the following questions based on the results. What percent of those surveyed did not want gold? Okay, what percent did not want gold? So that would be not gold. So that would be green and white. So if you add those two up, 32.5 plus 20, that would be 52.5%. B says, how many of the 80 students voted for green? Okay, so there's 80 of them. 32.5% voted for green. So I would do 80 times. Now remember, I got to change that to a decimal, move it over twice, or divide by 100. So it would be 0.325 multiply 325. I got 26. 26 voted for green. Okay. So that's how you calculate that. So I'll let you do C. So it says how many of the 80 voted for white. So just do it just like I did for green there. 3 says 5th grade students at elementary school get to pick what they will eat on Fridays during lunch. Their options are pizza, tacos, corn dogs, and chicken nuggets. The number of students who chose each option are in the circle graph. So like I said before, usually 9 times out of 10, they show you percentages in a circle graph, but this is just showing you counts. It still shows us kind of the proportion of it because most picked pizza, but it's not in percentages. Just keep that in mind. So A says how many total 5th graders were recorded. So I'm just going to use the data in there. I got 8 kids plus 17 for tacos plus 38 for pizza plus 29 for chicken nuggets. Let me add those. 8 plus 17 plus 38 plus 29. I got 92. It says what percent of the 5th graders chose pizza? So 38 out of the 92. I'm going to round here. So it's about, so that I got 0.413. So I'm going to say 41.3%. What percent chose tacos? So 17 out of the 92. I got 0.185 if I'm rounding. So that's about 18.5%. And then I'll let you do D. It says what percent of the 5th graders didn't choose pizza or tacos? So, you would do the corn dogs and the chicken nuggets together to figure that one out. But I'll let you do that one. So that's circle graphs, okay? That's circle graphs. Like circle graphs, bar graphs are also good for categorical univariate data. They're good for showing comparisons between categories or different populations. Okay. So number 4 says, as of 2019 in Palm Beach County, 494,000 citizens speak a language other than English. The most common non-English languages are spoken are Spanish, Haitian Creole, and Portuguese. The data by percentages of languages spoken other than English is shown in the bar graph. So it's giving us the percentage of each of those languages. So A says, what percent of languages spoken other than English are Spanish or Haitian Creole? So we want what percentage are Spanish or Haitian Creole? So Spanish and Haitian Creole. So 58% plus 20% is 78%. It says out of the 494,000 citizens that speak a language other than English, how many speak Spanish? Okay. So 58% of them speak Spanish, but there's 494,000. So we got to do 494,000 times 0.58. That would be multiplied by the 58%. I got 286,520. So that's 58% of 494,000. So a little over half, right, of them, because 58% is a little over half. So 286,520 is a little over half of the 494,000. I'll let you do C. So it's the same thing, except it's for Portuguese. So one more thing. So we did circle graphs, we did bar graphs. Now we're going to look at what we call segmented bar graphs. So it says while bar graphs are good for categorical univariate data, segmented bar graphs are good for categorical bivariate data. So now we're adding an extra variable in here. Segmented bar graphs compare more than one categorical data set, showing the composition of the individual parts of a regular bar graph. So like for instance, on 5 here, it says a large tech company was comparing its sales for hardware and software over the past 3 years. The data is in a segmented bar graph. So we're not only just looking at the years. We've added an extra variable here between the software and the hardware. So this is bivariate because we have an extra variable here. So I'm going to do 5 here. It says, in what year did they have the most software sales? So be very careful with this. We're just asking for what year they had the most software sales, not sales overall. 2021, they had the most sales overall, right? That's the most sales overall. But we just want the most software sales. And it looks like 2022 for software is bigger than the other ones. And it might be helpful to just count it. So like this for 2020, it's just 2, right? 2, remember this is millions though. 2 million there. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 million here. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 million for 2022. So 2022 has the most software sales. And it says over the 3 years, what were their total software sales? Well, I already did all the counting for us there. So we got 2 for 2020, 7 for 2021, and 8. So that would be 9 plus, so 17. Yeah. 17 million, right? Because if you read the axis, it's in millions of dollars. C says in 2021, what percent of their sales were for hardware? Okay, let me erase. So now we're just looking at 2021. I don't want to get this confused. So 2021, we got 7 million for software. Hardware is just 5 million. And you could always look at the axis 0 to 5. It's 5 million. Okay. Okay, so what did it ask for? What percent of their sales were for hardware? Okay, but there's a total of 12 million in sales. So for hardware, 5 out of the 12 were for hardware. So less than 50%, right? And you can tell by looking at it, less than half of their sales were for hardware. So 5 out of 12. It's about 0.416 repeating. So I'm going to say, if I round that, I'm going to say 41.7% were for hardware in 2021. Okay. So you can try number 6.